Thank you, Shafia. Okay. So guys, the first thing I want to tell you all is the time you have to take to draw company accounts. Guys, company accounts question, the drawings, guys, the drawing you do, okay, the formats, you should maximum take only 5 minutes. You can't go more than that, okay? Make sure you do a lot of questions and try to get used to it, because you can't waste time drawing formats. Okay, so actually guys, you should get used to drawing within 2-3 minutes. That fast you should draw. Okay, so guys, I'll tell you all how to do the paper first of all before I explain this question. Okay, the first thing I want to tell you all is, when you get the paper, okay, so when you get the part 2 paper, what you do is, let's say for example, this is your hall. Okay, this is your exam hall. Wait, I'll show you. Okay, this is your exam hall. Let's say this is your exam hall, and then guys, yeah, so here, so the paper will be given from the first student. No, let's say you're sitting in the last, you're the 30th student, so you will get the paper last, guys. You will get the paper last, right? So what you do is, when the paper is given to the first student, maybe when you get the paper, it will like go off like two or 1 minute. After that only you will get the paper, because you're the last student, or maybe you're in the middle, let's say. So guys, when the first paper is given to the first student, what you do is, don't waste that time sitting and waiting till you get the paper. Quickly take your answer script, I mean the one which you will write the answers, and draw the company accounts format. Until you get the paper in your hand, quickly draw the company accounts format, but don't do it. Okay, don't do it. Fatima, which lines you are talking about? These lines. Okay, so guys, don't do it. I'm just telling you all, just draw it and keep it maybe below your table. Just draw it and keep the company accounts format. Okay, if you're the student who is sitting in the first one, you don't have to draw it that time itself. You can draw it later. The first thing I have to tell you all, guys, company accounts, you have to do it at the last, not the first. Okay, always, let's say your paper is 3 hours now. So out of the 3 hours, keep 40 minutes, the last 40 minutes. What you do is, keep it for company accounts. Okay, the last 40 minutes, keep it for company accounts. No matter what, guys, you have to keep 40 minutes. Okay, now there are some students, what they do is, they don't realize the time going. They will forget about the last question, okay, which you have to do. Yeah, that's what I said. You can draw the format when they distribute the paper. Okay, when they distribute the paper, you can draw the format, but before they distribute the paper, if you draw the format, they will not let you write the exam. Okay, don't do that. I'm telling you, the first student, when the first student gets the paper, you can start drawing the format. Okay, but don't draw the format if they didn't give you the paper. Please don't do that. Okay. So guys, see here. Now after that, you keep 40 minutes for the company accounts question. Okay, but don't do it at first. Why am I telling not to do it at first? If you start doing company accounts at the first, you will waste a lot of time. Maybe you will even do for 1 hour, because you don't realize, you feel like, okay, I should finish the company accounts. No matter what, I should finish it. For that, you will waste 1 hour, guys. So you have only 2 hours left to do the other questions. Same like company accounts, even other questions, you will get the same marks, no? Okay, same like other question company, same like company accounts, for other questions also you get 40 marks. So some students, they think company accounts is only important, and they waste a lot of time in company accounts. No, guys, you should give equal importance to all the questions. That's why I am telling you. Okay, that's why I'm telling you all, make sure you do the company accounts last, because when you start doing the company accounts first itself, when you're doing the paper, you will waste time doing just company accounts, and 1 hour is gone. Okay, you can't take 1 hour for company accounts. The maximum you can take for company accounts is 35 minutes in your final exam. That is the maximum you can take. So that's what I just told you, to keep at least 40 minutes. Okay, before you go to the exam, please plan the time and go. Okay, what time is your accounts part 2 starting? Can someone tell me? What time is your accounts part 2 starting? Quickly check and tell me. Quick. 8:30 a.m. morning. Okay, 8:30 a.m. morning. 8:30 a.m. morning, right? So guys, if you're part two, sure ne? Okay, so 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Yes, 8:30 a.m. morning, your part 2 is starting. So guys, if it starts at 8:30, y'all can write this down, okay? Y'all can write this down because guys, when you plan and go before the exam, you know what exactly you have to do. Okay, you will not waste time. You will control yourself and you will try to go based on that time. Okay, so I'm going to teach you all how are you going to do in your final exam. Okay, so if it's starting at 8:30, that means it will end at 11:30, ne? Okay, it's 11:40 all say because first 10 minutes they give reading time. They give reading time or something. Okay, so yes, 11:40. So that means guys, from 11 o'clock, okay, from 11 o'clock, when it is 11 o'clock, you should be done with all other 4 questions. Okay, when it's 11 o'clock, you should be done with all the 4 questions and the only thing remaining should be company accounts at 11 o'clock exactly. Okay, so 11 a.m. to 11:40 a.m. you should do what? Company accounts. So this time should be for company accounts. Okay, so then guys, how many minutes remaining? So if you take 40 minutes away, 8:30, 9:30, 11, that is 1.5 hours, right? 8:30, 9:30, 2.5 hours, right? Yeah, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours is how many minutes? Quickly tell me. Quickly. 2.5 hours. How many minutes? How many minutes you have from 8:30 to 11? 150 minutes. Okay. 8:30 to 11 a.m. guys, you all will be having 150 minutes. So this 150 minutes, how many questions you should do? How many full questions you should do for 150 minutes? 4 full questions. Quickly divide and tell me. Quickly divide and tell me how many questions? I mean, how many minutes for one question? Okay. So guys, for one question, you all say 37.5. Let's keep it as 35 minutes. You all say 37.5 because guys, 1-2 minutes, you can just keep it extra. If you don't have time, you can take that. So let's keep it guys, 35 minutes. So that means apart from company accounts question, okay, the other question, that is question 2, question 3, okay, question 3, question 4, and question 5. Okay, so this is where you will guys, reading time, can you all write in the paper? Can you all write the answer script? Reading time, I'm just asking. I forgot how I did my A levels. Can you all write the answers? Because in ACCA and all, you can't write. You just have to wait without writing. Can write? Yeah, I think you can. Yes, you all can. So we can take that 10 minutes also extra time you're getting. You can write the answers. So guys, see here. So first question, okay. First question, that is company accounts. You will be doing 11 a.m. to 11:40. That will be your first question. Okay. So question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5. You will be taking only 35 minutes. Okay, you will be not only taking 35 minutes for each question. Each question, only 35 minutes. Okay, now I will not tell you all the order. Okay, yeah, for the reading time, you can choose questions. Now, see, guys, if you add 35 into 4, how much you get? 35 into 4, how much do you get? Someone tell me. 35 into 4, you get 140 minutes, right? 35 into 4, you get 140 minutes. So that means I kept the reading time separately. Okay, I kept the reading time 10 minutes separately for you to choose which question you're going to do. Clear now? So I didn't take the reading time. Okay, so guys, see here, I will not tell y'all which question to start with. I will not tell because it depends on the student. If you feel like this question is really easy for you, you can start with that question. For example, if I am the student, for me, I will tell guys, for me, it depends on you. I told you it's depending on you. Don't choose the way I do if you feel like it's difficult question for you. If I was you guys, I would choose question 2 first. That is what question? Overhead analysis. Usually it will be overhead analysis question, which you can easily score marks. Always start with the easy question. Don't ever start with a difficult question. You are going to demotivate yourself. Don't do that. Don't think if I do the difficult questions, easy ones are remaining for me. I can do that and finish it. Guys, your mindset is important. If you start with the difficult question, believe me, you will not do the easy ones even properly. Why? Because guys, you choose the difficult one. Now in your head, it's going, okay, let's say for example, not-for-profit organization. Usually not-for-profit is a bit difficult, or maybe marginal costing. Okay, let's say guys, you choose that. You choose that. And guys, for some students, it's easy. If it is easy for you, it's okay. But I'm telling common. Okay, so guys, you choose that. When you choose that, you feel it's very difficult. You will come to in your head, you will think, okay, accounts paper is difficult. So no matter how much ever you know answers, still because of stress, because of tension, you will get the wrong answer. So don't do that. Any paper, always start with easy question. Guys, when you do easy questions, finish it quickly. You are relaxed. In your head, you're relaxed. Okay? So you're relaxed because you know that, okay, I have already done 2-3 questions, only one is remaining. Even if it's difficult, I can quickly finish it because I'm done with the easy ones. You're relaxed. You get what I'm saying? So if I was you, if I was the student, what I would do is I would do overhead analysis and the accounting equation, I would start first. Maybe these 2 questions I would start first. After that, you can choose the way you want. I'm just telling guys, this is just my idea. It's if you want, you can start anything which you feel easy. Okay, don't always have a mindset, I will do this question no matter what happens. Don't have that mindset, because you don't know guys, in your final exam, maybe accounting equation is the most difficult question. They can make it difficult, right? Okay, in maybe 1 year accounting equation is easy, the other year they can make it very difficult. So don't have that mindset. Okay, don't have that mindset. Just make sure you take like 5 or 10 minutes to read, to just go through all the questions. And if you feel like, okay, this looks a bit easy, I'll try do this first. Okay, so like that, start. Because guys, you don't know, in your exam, maybe not-for-profit organization can be the easiest question, and accounting equation can be the difficult one. Who knows? So you should make sure you adjust it. Okay, don't have a mindset, okay, I will not do this question. Okay, so guys, say here. Yes, exactly. So that is also one reason I'm telling to write the easy one first. Whatever you see easy, write it first. And even guys, when you're giving the paper, when you're staplering the paper, always guys, you don't have to stapler in the order. That's something some students think you should stapler question 1 first, question 2. No, A-level is not like that. You can stapler the easiest one which you did, which you felt like you will get good marks. Stapler that question first. Stapler it first. And then guys, the only thing you should do is, no, don't need to leave space or anything. Listen carefully. Only thing you should do is, don't mix the part of the questions. That means for question 1, let's say there is question 2, let's say there is part A, part B, part C. Don't mix it up, okay? Don't do that. That means part 1 in one side, part B in the last paper. Don't do that. If you're having question 2, fully put question 2 together. Question 3 together. Okay, but make sure you write the first one. The easiest one. I mean, you when you stapler, give the easiest one first. Why am I telling that? Guys, when the person who is marking the paper is human, right? So when the person who marks the paper sees that the first question you have done really well, that person gets a mindset. Okay, that person will think, okay, the examination, the marking person, the teacher, she will think that you're really good student. Okay, you're really good student, that you have got good marks in the first question. So guys, even the next question, they will think, okay, you will do well. No matter what, you're going to do well because first question you got good marks. So they will correct light, guys. They will not cut marks purposefully. They will not do that. At the end, humans are marking our paper, right? Not machines. Okay, so based on their mindset, they will sometimes, if they are so angry or something, they will cut marks purposefully. You get what I'm saying? So for that case, make sure you try to impress the person by putting the easiest answer. I mean, you know, if you know you will get good marks in this question, try to put that first. Okay, so and the other thing is, guys, please make sure you are checking again and again that you haven't missed anything. Okay, that means, guys, I have seen some students at the examination hall, after they give the paper, they will check below the desk and they will find one question they have kept it to stapler it later. Okay, stapler it later. So then, guys, that is a big problem. They will never take that paper. Okay, so make sure you check. Even if you spend 5 minutes, it's okay. At the end, check whether you have given all the answers. I mean, all the papers are there. Okay, don't need to give those working papers. Now you're using calculator. No, you don't usually write it in a paper to add and subtract. No, so that's not a problem. Okay, those addition, subtraction which you do paper, don't need to give that. But now you have calculators. I hope you're not doing that in a paper. Okay, before we used to do that. So guys, so this is how you have to do part 2. All clear? So you will start with 8:30. Okay, 8:30 and finish the paper at 11:40. Yeah, they will be giving you a booklet. Yeah, actually they will be giving a booklet, but sometimes the booklet is not enough. So you will take additional papers and do it. Okay, so they will give a booklet, write the easiest question first, answer first. Okay, and if you need more papers, you can ask, they will give it to you, no worries. Okay, you don't stapler, actually you tie the paper. I'm sorry, I forgot that. You tie the paper, you don't stapler. Okay, so I hope you're clear. Please write this down. Some teachers are suggesting to do extra questions if we have time. No, don't do that. Okay, don't ever do that. Guys, if they ask you to do only 5 questions, please do only 5. Don't be over smart. Try to do all the questions which they have. If you want, don't do that. Okay, I'm telling you why. Because if there was a person who is marking your paper and he's very angry and something, he will purposefully cut the two questions itself. They will not choose. Okay, so I know there are some students, they think, if I write all the questions, if I write answers for all the questions, they will select the best marks one and they will put that. Actually, for the first thing I have to tell you all is, guys, you don't have time to do that. I don't know, there are some students, they try to answer all the questions. Guys, if you are a student who wants to get good results, the maximum time they have given is for you to do only 5 questions. I don't know, how can you go to the 6th one? Because you will not have time. Now, you can't do this, okay? Part in question 1, question 2, I select A part, question 3, I select the B part. And you can't do all the 7 questions. Believe me, you will not get marks for that. Okay, if they ask you to do 5 questions, please do only 5. Don't be stupid by doing all the questions and waste your time. Okay, rather than doing all the questions for the last question which you're wasting time, you can spend time for another question. Clear? Okay, so fine. Guys, just use one pen, one color pen. Don't use different colors. Just use one color pen. That's enough. I think it's blue, right? Okay, I think it's blue color. Usually they say blue color. No, it stays for a long time, if I'm not wrong. Okay, I think you have to use blue color. Only one pen. Don't take Tippex. Don't take pencils or rulers. I mean, some of y'all, I think y'all are used to doing with rulers, but most of y'all here, y'all might not do with rulers. Actually, guys, you should get used to without rulers. Okay, you should get used to do without rulers. Okay. They will give the booklet in the beginning itself. Before they start the exam itself, they will give the booklet, if I'm not wrong. Okay, they will do that. So yeah, so make sure you take not scientific calculators. Don't take scientific, they will take it. Okay, make sure you take a calculator which is not scientific. Okay. And what else, guys? Can we start the question, or you all have any other doubts? Y'all are asking for, yeah, company accounts always do last. See, I have told you, do the company account last. Okay. Don't do the company accounts first. I'm telling y'all again. Okay. While they provide the book, can we draw the format? No, you can only draw the format when the question sheet is given at the first, for the first person. Will they reduce marks if you use rulers? No, they won't reduce marks. Okay. If you didn't use rulers, that's the best thing. Don't, because guys, rulers will waste your time. Rulers will waste your time. If I always tell my students, don't use rulers, because when you take the ruler, try to do it, that itself will waste a lot of time. Okay. It's okay if you draw now, guys, if the lines when you draw the format, if it's a bit crooked and all, they will not cut marks for that. Okay, they will not do that, don't worry. Okay. It's okay, Maryam, but for distribution expense, if you write like this, it's okay. If you write like this, maybe expense, it's okay. I can remember, even I wrote like that. Part 1. Wait, you all are asking questions, guys. We will do the question today. Okay. They won't scold if we draw before we get the paper. They won't scold if you draw after they start distributing the paper. If you draw, they won't scold. That means I'm telling, if the first person, if the examiner, the person who is invigilator gives the paper for the first person in your room, then you can start drawing. If you're the 30th person, if they give the first person, you can start drawing. Before that, don't draw. Okay. Okay, fine, guys. Now let's do the part 1 quickly, because I have to do this company accounts question. No, okay. So guys, part 1. Tell me, when are you having? I mean, the date and time. What is the time you have part 1? So this is part 2. I hope you all wrote it down, guys. Make sure you follow this, guys. It will be really helpful, because guys, you know, you're controlling yourself based on the time. So that way, guys, you will not waste your time, and you will feel like your time is enough to do the whole paper. Okay, if not, you might come and tell, no, I didn't have time to finish all the questions. That's the most common problem account student have. They say that I don't have time to finish it. Morning, but time 8:30 to 11:30 or 11:40. Sorry, 10:30 or 10:40. 10:30. Okay. So no reading time, 8:30 to 10:30. So guys, part 1 will be 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Okay. So that is how many minutes? That is how many minutes fully? Guys, if you want, I'll send a picture of the calculator which you should use and which you shouldn't use after class. Okay. 120 minutes. And guys, part 2 will be, I'll write there itself. It's 8:30 a.m. to 11:40 a.m. That is going to be how many minutes? 190 minutes, no? Okay. So guys, 120 minutes. 120 minutes, how many questions you should do? 120 minutes, how many questions you should be done? 50 questions. Divide it by 50 and tell me for one question how many minutes you should take. For each question, you should take 2.4 minutes. Now, in part 1, don't check like that, okay? In part 1, don't check like this, okay? Don't check one by one for one question whether I'm taking 2.4 minutes. For that itself, you will waste time. Don't do that. So what I did was, guys, in my exam, what I did was I divided into 5 parts. 5 parts, 15. So I divided into 5 parts. Okay, so you have to do 50 questions. Wait. Okay. So guys, you have to do 50 questions. The 50 questions, just give me 1 minute. I wrote it wrong there. So this only you have to do within 8:30 a.m. to 11. Okay. Okay, guys, see here, part 1, you have to do 120. You have 120 minutes to do how many questions? You have to do 50 questions. What you do is, guys, you divide it. You divide it into 5. Okay, so, 5. So that means 10 questions each. For guys, for the first 10 questions. For the first 10 questions. So that, guys, 2.5 means 2.4 means 10 questions. How much? 24 minutes. Okay, the first 10 questions you can maximum take only 24 minutes, but I will tell you all in a different way, because guys, usually the first 10 questions are easy. Okay, compared to the last part, the first 10 questions will be a bit easy. So guys, try your best to finish the first 10 questions, maybe within 15 minutes if you can. I don't know, maybe 15 to 20. Okay, try to finish within 15 minutes. Why, guys? Because when you go to part 1, the last few parts of the questions will be difficult. You have to, for example, marginal costing questions, you have to spend more time. So guys, if you take the first 10 questions, it will be accounting equation or maybe accounting concepts, and the first question will be from chapter 1, introduction to accounting. So that's easy, right? That's easy. So try to do within 15 to 20 minutes. That's fine. Okay, just try to save like at least 5 minutes from the first 10 questions so you can spend on the difficult ones. Okay, so like that, guys, you always make sure after you, for the 10 questions, you keep the target time and try to finish it. Like that, guys, divide it 10. For 5 times you have to check the time. 5 times you have to check whether you're doing it correctly in the order. Please make sure you're doing it on time. You're doing it on time. Okay, you're finishing. Don't now, if let's say one MCQ is really hard, you're trying your best, you can't find. You already wasted 2 minutes. You already wasted 2 minutes, but still you can't understand. Guys, please make sure you leave that question and go to the next one. Don't just be stuck in that question and waste your time. Okay, why, guys? Because maybe the other questions are very easy. Let's say, for example, you do only the first 40 questions. You don't have time for the last 10 questions. Okay, you come and tell the friends, I didn't do the last 10 questions. Maybe, guys, the last 10 questions are easy. Okay, so your target should be, guys, no matter what, I have to attempt all the 50 questions. That should be your target. Guys, if you can attempt all the 50 questions and write the answer properly, you can get A easily. Okay, the problem is, guys, most of the A-level students, they come and say for part 1, I couldn't do the last 10 questions because I didn't have time. Please don't be that student. For that, guys, you should always control your time in the exam hall. Make sure you control your time within this time limit. I should finish so that you do all the question. Okay, guys, I don't recommend like that. Like some students ask, what if we start from the question 31 first, 31 to 50? Actually, guys, see here, question from 31 to 50, if you start that, the thing is, question 31 to 50, you have a lot to write, right? You have a lot to write. You might waste time there. Okay, so I think better is, guys, you start from question 1. You know why? Question 1 to 30, you just get one answer. You will get the 1 mark fully. But if you go to question 31 to 50, you should get 4 answers, usually 4 answers or 2 answers correct. Then only you will get the 1 mark, solid 1 mark. But if you go to the first 30 questions, you should be very careful. Because, guys, if your final answer is wrong, even though you did a lot of workings and your final answer is wrong, your 1 mark is fully cut. You get what I'm saying? But if you go to question from 31 to 50, if you will have part in each question below that, you will have many parts, right? Okay. Yeah. So you will have many parts. So even if one is wrong, the other one you will get marks. No, you will get marks. So for example, they say to put true or false, and there are 4 questions, below. In one question there are 4 items. Even if you get 3, okay, even if you get 3 correct, you don't get even if you get 1 wrong, still you will score marks. But not like that. No, for the first 30 question, you should give the solid marks. Okay. Yeah, if you get the final answer wrong, you will not get any marks. No, but if you go to question 31 to 50, even out of 4 questions, if you know 3, still you get the marks for the 3 questions. No, you understand what I'm saying? So that way, I recommend you all to try the first 30 first. Okay, try the first 30 first, and please give more attention to that, because if you don't get the correct answer, you solid lose 1 marks from the 100. But from 31 to 50, guys, you have sub parts below that. So even if you did 1 wrong, the other 3 marks you can get it. Okay, so guys, can we go to the question now? Can we go to the question? Guys, for part 1, even if you show the workings, you don't get marks for the workings. Okay, some students, they waste time showing the workings. In part 1, they write it. Okay, they write the workings in the paper. You don't get marks for that. Okay, please don't waste your time writing that. Okay, guys, it's your wish. If you want, you can start from question 31 and then start the first one. I'm telling you all why not to do that is you will be pressured at the last moment. Okay, because the first 30 questions you should finally get the solid answer, right? So you might get tension there. That's why I'm telling that. If you want, you can try the other way. It's okay. Whatever feels easy for you, do that. Okay. Yeah, for the part 1, guys, for the part 1, please don't attach the working sheet. Okay, you will get 0. You will not get marks for that. No matter how much workings you show for part 1, you will not get marks. They will only give marks for your final answer. So don't waste your time writing the workings neatly in your part 1 paper. You will not get marks. They will just check the final answer which you have given. They will not even check the working. If it is wrong, they will directly put wrong. For part 2, yes, you get marks for working. But for part 1, no. Okay. So for MCQ, yes, they will give you separate sheet to mark the... no. Now they don't give separate sheet to mark the answers, right? Now they tell you to mark it in the paper itself. If I'm not wrong, they tell you that. Okay. They will tell you to mark it in the paper itself. Did they change recently? Because recently only they changed this. When we were doing A-levels, they changed it where you have to do it in the paper itself. They will not give a separate this one. Okay. I think that's really better actually. So guys, I think we can start now, right? Yeah, and the other thing I have to tell you about part 1 is be careful. Okay, sometimes in the question they give it in thousands. In the question they will give you in thousands. But guys, when you're writing the answer, they will ask you in rupees. In rupees. Okay. So guys, please make sure you don't forget to put the last 3 zeros. For example, let's say in the question they give you 1,200. Okay. Let's say you have the answer is 1,200. Answer is 1,200. Please check whether you have written the last 3 zeros properly. Even though if you write 1,200, if you have written like this, you will get 0 marks. Okay, so guys, make sure you check it properly. If they have given in thousands and if they are asking the answer in rupees, write the last 3 zeros. Okay, when I'm marking answers of the students, I see guys, some students, every answer is correct, but they haven't written the 3 zeros. Or guys, you can write like this. You can write rupees 1,200. Then in the heading, I mean, when you're writing the answer, put like this. At least that you will get marks. Put that you have written in thousands. Okay. Yes, guys, if you are writing it in part two, when you are writing in thousands, make sure you write in the heading itself, put a big rupees in thousands. You can put like that. That's enough for the whole page. For the whole page, what I used to do is, guys, I'll take the paper and put a very big in thousands. I'll put it in a big letters, so that big size, so that it like I'm trying to say it's for the whole page. I have written everything in thousands. If you are doing that, don't write 1 in rupees, 1 in thousand. Okay, some students do that mistake. They write 1 in thousand, 1 in rupees. You can't do that. If you are writing for the whole page, if you are writing in thousands, write in thousand. If you are writing in rupees, write in rupees. Whatever, guys, I recommend you all don't write in rupees. For part two, if you don't get point form, okay, if you don't get point form, please don't write in rupees. Why? Because, guys, the 3 zeros you put for every answer, you waste time putting the last 3 zeros. Guys, for that you can do another question properly. Okay, so the main reason we are writing in thousands is, you know why? Save our time. So don't try to write everything in rupees and waste your time putting 3 zeros on after every answer. Okay, so what you do is, if you can write in thousands, please make sure you get use of it, because that way you save time. Okay, and guys, make sure you're using the calculator. Okay, the calculator which you are using for the final exam. Okay, so the calculator which you're going to use for the final exam, please, if you still haven't bought it, please buy it now itself, guys. Okay, don't keep on changing the calculator, because you should get used to the calculator. Okay, so make sure you are getting used to it, so that in the final exam you won't find it difficult when you're using it. Okay, so I think we can start now, right? Okay, fine. Okay, you all have a doubt. Okay, did you have time to balance the company accounts? No, in my A levels, when I was doing A levels, I didn't have time to balance the company accounts. Okay, so don't worry. In the final part, if you couldn't balance the company accounts, it doesn't mean you won't get an A. Okay, it doesn't mean you won't get an A. Why? Because, guys, if you have done all the adjustments, if you have recorded all the adjustments, from that itself you can score more than 30 in company accounts. From that itself you can score more than 30 if you have done all the adjustments. I'm telling y'all in part 2, make sure you do the adjustments. Okay, because, guys, they give marks for the adjustments. They give very less marks for totaling it, adding it up. They give less marks for the adjustments. Only they give a lot of marks. The double entry you write for the adjustments. Okay, so make sure you do that. So don't worry, even if your company accounts didn't tally, if you don't have time to tally the company accounts, don't worry. Make sure you have written all the adjustments. Okay, if let's say, for example, guys, you have only 10 minutes, you have only 10 minutes more. Okay, and guys, your in adjustment number 7. Guys, don't think I'm scaring y'all. Okay, if y'all feel like I'm trying to scare y'all, no, guys, I'm not trying to scare y'all. I'm trying to tell all the possible situation now itself, so that in your final exam you don't get a shock. Okay, I don't want y'all to be like that. I just want to tell y'all what will happen, so that you're ready to face that, and you can do. Okay, so, guys, let's say you're in question 7. Let's say you're in question adjustment 7. Just give me 1 minute. So guys, let's say you're done with adjustment 7, but you have only 10 minutes. Okay, don't waste your time trying to add now. Let's say you haven't added the maybe you haven't added the assets and you haven't put it here. Don't waste time doing that. Okay, do these adjustments, because guys, you will get marks for that. You will get a lot of marks for that. So if you're in this one and you have less time, make sure you finish the adjustments. Any question, finish the adjustments, because more than adding up, finishing the adjustments will give you a lot of marks. So always you should find ways, guys, where you can score the marks. That should be your main target. Your main target should be you scoring the marks. Okay, not adding and subtracting. Just make sure you are finding ways where you can easily score the marks. You get what I'm saying? So is there any other questions, or we can start? What if we haven't found the profit before tax? It's okay. If you just make sure you finish the adjustments. If you have time, please find it. I'm telling you, if you don't have time, at least make sure you finish all the adjustments and add up the expenses. Maybe finish the PPE note. The workings, quickly do that. Okay? If you don't have other income, should be put note for that, guys. Now don't do this. Don't waste time in the company accounts. Don't waste time checking whether they have given any other income, so that you write the note number. No, guys, don't do that. Just follow the same format. Okay, if there is no other income, you put note 1. It's okay, but keep it as 0. It's okay. Just let's say, for example, there's 0 other income. It's okay, keep it as 0. No problem. Okay, but don't waste your time checking the paper whether there is a other income. Okay, that way you will waste more time, guys. Just put the note numbers and keep. If there is no any particular adjustment for that, keep it as 0. Nothing, no problem. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Because you shouldn't waste time, guys. They are not going to cut marks. Okay, they are not going to cut marks for just drawing extra formats, extra columns. They are not going to cut marks for that. Okay, so make sure, guys, if you put the note number here, make sure you write it in the working paper. Write the note numbers correctly, then only they can check it, right? So fine, I think enough. No, we can start. Yes, Nazifa, you can do that. You can do that. You mean for the whole paper? For the whole paper, you're telling? Don't do that. Better to write for every page. If you're writing in thousands, better write for every page. Okay, every page as a heading, put that. That's better. Okay, guys, I think we can start now. Company accounts. When you're doing company accounts, please start with the adjustments. Okay. Okay, start with the adjustments. The first additional information, you have to start with that. Don't check the trial balance. First of all, just start with the adjustment number 1. Okay, so see here, guys, adjustment number 1, usually it is most of the time it's from LKS2, but sometimes they can give you easy adjustments such as accruals and prepayments. So in this question, actually, I think there is an easy adjustment at the beginning. That is electricity expense has not been paid. Okay, guys, give me 1 minute. You all can start doing it. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay, guys, sorry, I wanted to charge. Okay. So fine, let's start. Now say here, electricity expense for the month of March. Okay, before you do, guys, always read this. First of all, just read this, okay? Don't check the trial balance, read it. So the financial year is ending on 31st March 2021. Okay, so guys, if the financial year is ending on the financial year is ending on 31st March 2021, then it's starting on 1st of April 2020, right? It's starting on 1st of April 2020. Okay, so make sure you first of all find that. After that, go to additional information. Okay, so they say, guys, electricity expense for the month of March has not been paid. What do you call that? You say that accrued expense, right? Not yet paid is accrued. So guys, if there is not an expense not yet paid, still accrual concept says you should record it in the financial, under expenses. Even though it's not yet paid, it's still relevant for the current year. Okay, so if it's relevant for the current year, you have to record it as an expense. I'll just write the double entry if anyone needs to know it. So the double entry for accrued expense, guys, you will debit your electricity. Okay, you have to debit your electricity. Guys, if you all can understand this, you all can quickly go to the next adjustments and try to do the adjustments before me. Okay, so guys, you can debit the electricity account and credit the accrued electricity. Accrued electricity, you should credit it by how much? By 20,000. So guys, let's quickly go and record. Before you debit the electricity, always check the trial balance. Whether they have already given you any electricity. Have they given, guys? Yes or no? Yes. See, they have given electricity expense. How much is it? 169,000, right? Electricity expense given is 169,000. So 169,000, you're going to incur another 20. You should add it because even if it's accrued, it's relevant for the year, no, guys. So you will add the 20. So that means how much is your correct electricity value? How much is your correct electricity value, guys? How much? Quickly send me your answers. 189,000. The correct value is going to be 189,000. So guys, go to electricity is an administration expense. Okay, so guys, administration expense, always leave one line. If there is any trial balance value, just leave one line. Okay, if there is any trial balance value given, you have to record it. So then guys, you can say electricity, it's an administration expense, working number 2 or 3. It's working number 3. So go to working number 3 and say 189,000. 189,000. Usually, Ashrat, usually even if they don't say that they haven't recorded yet, okay, even if they don't say it, listen, even if I think Fatima asked if even if they don't say it, make sure you understand this. Okay, in the trial balance, usually income and expenses, they put the paid and received amount. They will put the paid and received amount only. So the trial balance electricity 169,000 only includes the paid electricity. Okay, so then in the additional information only, you will have the not yet paid one. Okay, so where should you mark? You should mark in the working. Okay, working number 3 under administration expense. Working number 3 is, guys, admin expense. Okay, working 2 is distribution. Working 4 is other. 5 is finance. Okay, so you will record 189,000. How did you get that? 169 plus 20. 169 plus 20, you got 189,000. Okay. Is it compulsory to number the workings? No, it's not compulsory. I just name it one, a working 2, 3. See, I put here working 2, working 3, working 4, working 5. It's not compulsory, guys. You can just put the heading administration, distribution, finance, and other. Okay, okay. So now see here, you debit the electricity account and now you have to credit the accrued electricity. Accrued electricity is what? Accrued electricity is a other payable, guys. It's a payable, it's a liability, right? So what you can do is, guys, you can open you can say open a note number and you can record it under other payable. Okay, wait, there are questions. Guys, continue, y'all continue. Okay, I'll just read them, y'all continue. Okay, so you can open a note number. Okay, so what you can do is, guys, you can keep the note number without writing the number because we don't know what are the note numbers we need, right? So I'll just put other payable and write the first one, accrued electricity. Okay, accrued electricity, that is 20,000. Accrued electricity is how much? 20,000. I don't think the exam will get postponed, guys. Exam will not get postponed. Just study and finish it off, guys. So accrued electricity is 20,000. So we are done with the first adjustment. Where did we record? We recorded under administration as well as under other payable. Other payable is a note. Okay. Now go to the second one. The inventory as at 31st March 2021. Always make sure when you see a date, guys, you first of all see whether is it opening or closing. Okay. Okay, you make sure you see that. So now see here, it is closing inventory. It says there are 3 items and it is measured on item by item. Guys, if they don't say item by item, if they are silent, which method will you choose? Item by item, or grouping? Guys, if they are silent, which method you will choose? Item by item. If they are silent, you choose item by item basis. Okay, but here they specifically say you. So guys, when you are using this, see here, okay, they say, guys, the inventory of is there are 3 items, so you have to choose item by item basis. Guys, when there is item by item basis, you have to open a column called lower. Okay, just draw a column called lower. Even in the question sheet itself, you can do it and just get the answer. You don't have to show this in the working actually. Okay, so the lower column, open a lower column and one by one you see which one is lower. Okay, wait. Can you why didn't I record in current liability? I will record it in the current liability. First of all, I show it as a note. Later, I will take the total to the current liability. I will take it here. Okay, but without writing one by one in the current liability, I should write as a note and take the total at the end. Okay, I should take the total at the end. I hope you're clear now. Now see here, the lower column. Now item A, which is lower, cost is lower. Why do we see the lower one, guys? Because LKS2 says always compare cost and NRV and see which one is lower and record the lower under current asset. Okay, so here NRV is lower, here cost is lower. So guys, what you have to do is you have to record the lower one only under current asset. Okay, so the lower one, how much is the total of the lower one? Can you all tell me how much do you get? 1,060. So the lower one total is how much, guys? 1,060. Okay, how much is the total of the cost? How much is the total of the cost? 1,130. Cost is 1,130. Listen carefully how we record this. Okay, now guys, see here, LKS2 says always compare cost and NRV and see which one is lower. And the lower one always record under current asset as the inventory value. Okay, so the lower one is 1060. 1060 comes under current asset. Okay, and then guys, always remember the cost of the closing stock should go to cost of sales. Okay, the cost of the closing stock, where will you record? Working number one. Working number one, cost closing stock, you should record the cost. Cost is 1130. Under cost of sales, you will record the closing stock, that is 1130. Guys, see here, the cost is 1130, but you can only sell it for 1060. You can sell it only for 1060. That means, guys, you have a loss of how much? What is the loss you have? 70. The loss you have is 70. So guys, if you want the double entry, I can write the double entry here quickly. Okay. So guys, see here, inventory should be debited. Under current asset, you have to debit your inventory. Okay. You have to debit your inventory under current asset by the lower value. The lower value was 1060. This goes to current asset. Okay, and then guys, now the inventory written off. Inventory written off is how much? Inventory written off is 70. Okay, you should debit it. It is 70. Okay, this goes where? Other expense. Other expense. Now guys, where do you record the closing stock? In the cost of sales, we can say the trading account, that is the cost of sales. You're going to credit how much? 1130. This goes to cost of sales. So guys, this is the double entry. Okay. So now guys, see here, if they have given grouping method, usually they will give the item below that. There will be sub items also. Like for example, under product A, there will be, let's say, 3 items. So grouping method means you have to take the total of the group cost, total of the group NRV, and see the lower one. You should check the group. Each group you have to check. That's how you do. Okay. So guys, under current asset, inventory is 1060. Cost of sales, closing stock is 1130. And then guys, inventory written off is a other expense. Okay. So other expense is working number 4. That is 70,000. Inventory written off is 70,000. So we recorded in 3 places. We recorded in 3 places. Make sure you all also have done that. Okay. Now go to the next one. Now guys, we are done with that adjustment. So actually LKS2 adjustment is very easy. Okay. Make sure you score the full marks for that. Okay. Now go to the next one. And this one also. This one guys, there is a step you follow. When you are done with that, you automatically get the answer correct. Okay. See here. A debtor with a rupees 400,000 debt as at 31st March 2021 has been considered bankrupt on 30th April 2021. Guys, it's after the financial year, the debtor has become bankrupt. Our financial year ends on 31st March. No, our financial year ends on 31st March. Okay. Now, the debtor has become bankrupt on 30th April. But guys, you know that there is a standard called events after the reporting period. Events after the reporting period, that standard says what? Okay, if the authorization date, if it happens before the authorization date, it is an adjusting event. You should adjust it. Now they are telling us they are authorizing. The board of directors are signing the financial statements on 20th May. So that is before the date of authorization. So guys, because it's before the date of authorization, you have to adjust it. You have to adjust it. So guys, if there is a bad debt, what is the double entry? Irrecoverable debt becomes debit. Another word for bad debt. Irrecoverable debt should be debited. Okay, by how much? 400,000, and your trade receivable should be credited by 400,000. Okay, this is the double entry. That's what first you have to do. That is what you have to do at the beginning. So guys, when it comes to the trade receivable, you have to write a note for trade receivable. What you can do is, guys, you can write a note. Okay, so that will be note number how much? PP is note number 4, lease is note number 5. So trade receivable will be note number 6. Okay, note number 6. So I'll put here note 6, trade receivable. Trade receivable. Listen guys, what you have to do when it comes to trade receivables is, first of all, you have to take the trial balance value. Trial balance value given, it will be given the trade receivable value given in the trial balance. Then if there is any additional irrecoverable debt, you have to deduct that. Any irrecoverable debt, you have to deduct that to get the correct trade receivable value. Then only you will get the correct trade receivable value. Okay, from that, to find the carrying amount, you have to deduct the allowance for expected loss. To find the carrying amount, you have to deduct the allowance for expected loss. Then you will get the carrying amount of your trade receivable. Okay. No, Fatima, better to put as a note. Usually trade receivable has a note. Unless you can directly easily get it, it's fine, but better to do that. Okay. Yes, the order is like this. For the notes, guys, the order will be like this. I don't know whether we can finish at 11 o'clock. It might go up to 12, guys. See here, the order is like this. Note 1 will be other income. Note 2, profit before tax. Note 3 will be income tax. Okay, you have an order. You have an order. Okay. Note 4 will be PPE. And note 5 will be right of use of leased property. Leased property. Note 5. Note 6 will be trade receivable. Note 7 will be cash and cash equivalent. Okay, what else? Note 8 will be other payables. That's it, right? Did I miss anything? Okay, so I hope you all are clear. Yes, Mohammed, it's okay. Okay, Lamha. So guys, now let's quickly do the trade receivable. So what's the trial balance value? Trade receivable, what's the trial balance value given? How much have they given? 15,400. 15, I'm believing you all, okay? 15,400. Correct name? Yeah. Now guys, see here, there is an irrecoverable debt. The double entry for irrecoverable debt is irrecoverable debt account debit, trade receivable credit. Okay, so irrecoverable debt is an expense. Go and record under expenses. It's a distribution expense. So debit your irrecoverable debt. Guys, is there any irrecoverable debt amount given in the trial balance? Have they given anything in the trial balance already? No, right? Soon? No. Okay, so irrecoverable debt is a distribution expense. Under distribution expense, you will record 400. Working number 2, 400. So you debit the irrecoverable debt and credit your trade receivable. Trade receivable credit means trade receivable should reduce. Should reduce. Credit means, guys, you have to reduce it. So go and reduce it, guys. You will get the correct trade receivable value. The correct trade receivable value will be 15,000. 15,000. Okay. Now, guys, after that, Is it wrong to say bad debt? It's not wrong, but the new term is irrecoverable debt. In your exam, if they have used irrecoverable debt, you also use irrecoverable debt. If they have used trade receivable, you don't go and use debtor. You also use trade receivable. Whatever the examiner is using, use those terms. Okay. So guys, now see, they say a 10% allowance for trade receivable is kept at the end of the year. Okay. So guys, allowance is 10%. Allowance for expected loss, provision for doubtful debt, all are same. So guys, if it is 10%, now guys, I'll quickly draw an allowance account. Okay. So guys, if it is 10%, how much is the closing allowance? How much is the closing allowance? 10% means 15,000 into 10% will give your closing allowance. Guys, first thing you have to do is when you are drawing this allowance for expected loss account, check the trial balance for the opening allowance. Have they given any opening allowance? Have they given opening? Okay, opening allowance, guys. Allowance for expected loss is a negative asset. Negative asset, guys, you have to write it in the credit side. It is 300. Now, guys, then next step is put the closing allowance. Closing allowance, how to find that? 15,000, they say 10%. So 15,000 into 10%, closing allowance is 1,500. 1,500. Okay, after you are done, close the account and find the difference. The difference goes to statement of profit or loss. Okay, close the account and find the difference. The difference goes to statement of profit or loss. That is 1,200. Now, guys, see here. Here you have to reduce because, guys, because of an allowance, your carrying amount of trade receivable reduces due to an allowance. So that's why I reduce it. Okay. So how much will you get? You will get carrying amount of trade receivable is 13,500. 13,500. So guys, see here, you have to transfer this to statement of profit or loss. When you transfer to statement of profit or loss, is it an expense or a reduction in expense? Is it an expense or a reduction? Here, credit means statement of profit or loss is debit. Statement of profit or loss debit means, guys, it's an expense. Statement of profit or loss debit is an expense. So go and record. Guys, if it's a reduction in expense, you show it as minus. If it's an expense, you show it as plus. That is how much? 1,200. 1,200. Okay. Then guys, record. So we are done. This carrying amount you should record under current asset. Trade receivable carrying amount, where do you record? Under current asset. Go and record the trade receivable carrying amount. That is how much? That is 14,500, if I'm not wrong. 14,500, 13,000, no? 13,500. So guys, we are done with the first three adjustments. Can we go to the next one quickly? Can't we write as over and under provision? Yes, you can write. You can write. This is over or under. Is this over provision or under provision, guys? What do you think? Yes, Fatima, you can. If it is an expense, it's under provision. If it's a reduction in expense, it's over provision. Okay. If it's an expense, it's under provision. You write it as positive. If it is over provision, that is reduction in expense. That means SOPL comes in the debit side. If the SOPL is coming in the debit side, it's over provision, then you will show it as minus figure. You don't write under other income, you show it as minus. Okay. Yeah, some questions, they say bad debt and expected loss to do in the same ledger. Yeah, you can do that also. You can do that. So then when you are writing in the, here you will say bad debt and allowance for expected loss both together. That is 1,600. If you are doing one ledger account to record both, it will be 1,600. Okay, guys, let's quickly go to the next one. If not, we will not have time to finish it. Next question. Okay. So this is PPE adjustments. The following information regarding to property, plant, and equipment on the starting date is given. Starting date, guys. Please check the dates again properly. So cost is given, accumulated depreciation is given. Okay. So you have nothing to do in this adjustment. Actually, you have to read the next one to do it. Building and office equipments are depreciated on using straight line method. Okay. So guys, we have to, this working you have to show. Okay. You have to show this. You don't have to write like this in your exam. Not needed. Not needed. Only the workings you have to show. So let's find the depreciation of building. Guys, land is not depreciated. So we have to find the building depreciation. Please do it before me. Okay. Try to do it before me. And then we have to find office equipment depreciation. Okay. You can show this as a working. Okay. Now see here, 30,000, 45 and 8,000. Let's read the adjustments. Building and office equipment are depreciated using straight line method 5% on cost. As at 30th September 2020, an office equipment worth 200 was purchased and no records were kept in the books recording this purchase. Guys, when you purchase office equipment, what's a double entry? Okay, when you purchase office equipment, where should you debit? They haven't recorded it, guys. They haven't recorded it. That means now you have to record it. If they haven't recorded it yet, guys, you have to record it. So they say 200 worth of purchase. They didn't record it anywhere. Remember, if they say the books is the prime entry. Guys, if they haven't recorded even in the prime entry books, tell me, guys, will the cash be correct or should you adjust your cash balance? Tell me that. Is your cash value correct or should you adjust it? Yes or no? Pick an answer. Guys, remember the first place you record is prime entry books. Okay, listen carefully. The first place you record in accounting is prime entry books. They say in the books even they didn't record yet. Then guys, can you assume that cash is correct? Now guys, if you're in the exam, if they say like that, like this, if they say they haven't recorded it in the office equipment, then you should assume cash is correct. But here they are telling the books, in the books they didn't record. The prime entry book is the first place you record any transaction. If you haven't recorded in the prime entry book, then obviously it's not there in the trial balance. You get what I'm saying? So then guys, you have to adjust that. You have to adjust that. So guys, you have to draw, you have to have a working called cash and cash equivalents. Actually, that's a note. That's a note. Okay, so I'll write here. Okay, the note number is what? 7. No, note 7. Cash and cash equivalent. What is the cash value given in the trial balance? Can someone quickly tell me? Cash value given in the trial balance? How much? Cash. 800. So guys, 800 is given. How much should you deduct? 200, because when you purchase, your cash goes out. Your cash goes out, so reduce 200 there. Keep it like this. If there is any other adjustment, you have to do it. Okay. So 800 minus 200. So the double entry when you purchase office equipment is office equipment debit, cash credit net. So go to your cash, we credited. Now, office equipment debit is recorded where? Anything related to tangible non-current asset, you write it in the PPE note. PPE note. Okay. Now say go to your PPE note and say here office equipment under addition. You're buying, guys. Since you're buying, write it under addition 200,000. 200,000. Guys, all your doubts which you're having, which is not relevant for this question, please make sure you put me a WhatsApp message. I'll try to help y'all, okay? I'll try to help you all because, guys, I can't answer all your questions now. If I do that, I will not be able to finish even at 12 o'clock. You understand what I'm saying? So after 12 o'clock, my class will become illegal. I'm joking. Okay. So up to 12 o'clock is the maximum, guys. So, guys, so we'll quickly try to finish this question because that's the purpose of today's class. Okay. So now, guys, see here. Now you're done recording. So now see here, you have to find the depreciation. Let's quickly find out. Okay, actually, guys, this paper is a bit easy. Okay, I'm telling you all directly. This company accounts question, I feel like it's easy. Okay, I mainly chose this paper. Yes, why I chose this paper is it's a bit easy. I didn't want to demotivate you all by doing a difficult question. Okay, that's the main reason I chose this rather than choosing the Tondamanaru paper. I chose this just because to build confidence on you all by not giving a difficult paper and you all lose all your confidence, whatever you have. So that's the main reason. Okay. So, guys, building is 45,000. 45,000 is the building. Okay, so there is no adjustment related to building. They haven't given anything. So we can directly find the depreciation. Quickly do that. Building is 45,000. Rate is 5% straight line method. So how much is the annual depreciation? What's the annual depreciation of building? Quickly calculate and tell me 45,000 into 5%. 2,250. 2,250. So write the double entry, guys. Building depreciation is an expense. Administration expense. Go to your administration expense and say building depreciation. Okay. So building depreciation is an administration expense. Record under administration expense. How much is that? 2,250. You debit the depreciation account and you credit the accumulated depreciation. So depreciation for the current year is how much? Depreciation for the current year is 2,250. 2,250. Okay, so that is done. You recorded in both the places. Okay. Now go to office equipment. Be careful with the office equipment, guys. Okay, because you have made a new purchase. No, it's in thousands, dear. It's in thousands, okay? All what I'm doing is in thousands, not in rupees. This is 2,250,000. I'm all doing in thousands, okay? Now, guys, see the office equipment. You have to find depreciation like this. You can find for old office equipment first, find for old equipment first, and find for new second. Why I'm doing that? Because, guys, new equipment you have purchased in the middle of the year. So depreciation, you can't calculate both together. You have purchased in the middle. Be careful with the dates. So, guys, old equipment given in the information, cost is 8,000. Rate is 5%. You can provide full year depreciation since it's there at the opening day. But how much do you get? Old. How much is the answer? 400. 400. Okay. Then, guys, got the new one. Cost is how much? 200,000. Depreciation 5%. How many months? Tell me how many months? 30th September. You can't count September. You have to start from October. Okay. So October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March. 6 months. So multiply it by 6/12. 6 months now. Multiply it by 6/12. How much do you get? 5,000. Sure name? 5,000. So then, guys, get the total. Get the total. 405,000 and write the double entry. 405,000 and write the double entry. Okay. So go and record in both the places like you did. Office equipment is an administration expense. Go and write here. Office equipment depreciation. Okay. What expense? Administration 405,000. As you debit here, and where should you credit? You have to credit your accumulated depreciation. Can you explain how did I get 6 months? Wait a minute. So guys, see here, you credit your office equipment, that is 405,000. 405,000. Okay. How I got 6 months is 30th September. You can't count September. Our financial year is ending on 31st March. Okay. So you can't count September because it's an end of the September. So October, November, December, January, February, March. Exactly 6 months. Okay. So guys, we are done with building, done with office equipment. Now let's record the opening balances. Let's record the opening balances, guys, quickly. Okay. Since there is no any other adjustments, I'll record it. Okay. 30,000, 45,000, and 8,000. 8,000. Okay. And then, guys, opening balance of accumulated land 0. Land is a non-depreciable asset. Here 11,000. Here 1,000. Okay. So that is done. Guys, please be quick. I know I'm going a bit fast because, guys, I want to finish it before 12 o'clock. I hope I can finish it around 11:30 maybe, at least 11:30 I can. Okay. So be quick, guys. You all can do quickly now, right? We are close to the exam. Okay, so fine. Now, guys, let's go to the next part. Land was revalued for the second time. Second time, 28,500. The most important word is second time. Second time. The best part is, guys, in your exam, if you get land revaluation, that's the best part. Why? Why do I say? Why do I say? Why? Why if you get land revaluation, no accumulated depreciation, no, it's easy for you. Okay, but you should know anything. Okay, you should make sure you know anything. But I'm just telling, if you get land revaluation, you can easily score marks. Because you don't have to calculate accumulated depreciation. You don't have to cancel accumulated depreciation. Okay. Rua, that's correct, Rua. How did you record? Okay. Yeah, everything is in thousands. Yeah, no, this 28,500, whether is it in thousand? That's the biggest problem. It's a mistake then. It should be in thousands. It can't be in rupees. No. No. Wait. I'll confirm. Yeah, it's in thousands. It's in thousands. However, it should be in thousands. Now, see here. This is 30 million means, sorry, 30 million means it should be in thousand. Guys, make sure you write it. It's in thousands. It's in thousands. You can't write a sentence in thousands. Actually, they should have given the last 3 zeros. That's a mistake, guys. That's a mistake in the paper. It's 28 million, okay? 28 million. That's a mistake. Don't worry. In your final exam, they will put the last 3 zeros. Because when you're writing a sentence, you can't write in thousands. You should write in rupees. That's a mistake. Okay? So let's see here. They are telling second time. When they say second time, what's the first thing you should check? When they say second time, what's the first thing that you should check? Quickly tell me. Trial balance. Very good. When they say second time, guys, you have to check trial balance. Okay. Why? Because if it is second time, that means there should be a reserve from the first time. Is there any reserve from the first time revaluation? Is there any reserve from the first time revaluation? 1,000. See? 1,000. We can assume that is the one they are talking about, 1,000, because they say second time, guys. Second time. So see here, first thing you should do when it comes to revaluation. It's correct. I don't know, why do you say the depreciation is wrong? Can you tell me how you got it? Quickly. Why do you say it's wrong? Which part? Okay, you tell me once you're done. Okay. Now see here, where did I stop? Land revaluation. Guys, when it comes to revaluation, if it is anything other than land, okay, if it is land or any asset, the first thing do is, guys, find the revaluation surplus or deficit. That is the first thing. Use the equation and find it. You know, you take the revalued amount, and deduct the carrying amount. Okay, you have to deduct the carrying amount. What is the revalued amount? How much did they revalue the asset for? 28,500,000. So they have revalued the asset for 28,500,000. You take 28,500,000, deduct the carrying amount. Guys, what should you know when it comes to land? Carrying amount, about the carrying amount. There you should know something. What is it? If it is land, what and what is equal? Very good. Cost and carrying amount is equal. If it is land, always remember, land is a non-depreciable asset. So cost and carrying amount will be the same. So you can directly take the cost value. Okay. Cost and carrying amount is the same. So guys, you get the answer deficit. What's the deficit? 1,500. Yeah. 1,500,000 deficit. Okay. The answer you get is 1,500,000 deficit. Guys, to make the revaluation easy, what you do is put like this. Current year, okay. Last year, is it a surplus or deficit? When you check the trial balance. Last year, there is a surplus, right? Last year's surplus is 1 million. Check the trial balance, guys, under revaluation reserve. That's the surplus amount. Last year's surplus is 1 million. Current year deficit is how much? Current year deficit is 1,500,000. This is the second thing you have to do. Okay. Now, guys, the third thing is, if it is any asset other than land, cancel the accumulated depreciation. If it is any other asset other than land, what you do is cancel the accumulated depreciation. If it is land, you don't have that double entry. Why? Because it's a non-depreciable asset. You should just record the surplus or deficit. So since it's deficit, record the deficit. See guys, how I do the double entry. Easy way to get the double entry. Guys, if it's a deficit, always remember your asset account is reducing. Asset account reduces credit side. If it is a deficit, what happens, guys? Your asset account reduces. So first thing do is write the credit entry. Okay? Write the credit entry. That is, land account should be credit. Land should be credit. By how much? By the deficit amount, 1,500. That is the first thing you have to do. Okay. Now guys, you can't record the deficit directly under other expenses. Why? Because you have a last year surplus. Think it as a till. Okay. You have to pay your friend. Now you need money. Okay. So if you need money, you will first of all take from your till, right? Then only you will ask your friend. If you don't have money, you will ask your friend. Okay. Same like that, guys, in a company, when there is a reserve, they can't record the deficit. First of all, they should cancel the reserve. Take it out from the reserve. So reserve is an equity account. So if you want to take it, you should debit it. Equity is credit. No, to take it, you debit it. Okay. So usually that is done through the other comprehensive income. Other comprehensive income. So you will debit the other comprehensive income by how much? By 1,000, because the maximum you can take is only 1,000. Last year surplus is 1,000, no guys. So the maximum you can take it only 1,000. So out of 1,500, if you can take 1,000, if you can only take 1,000, okay, then guys, what is the balance? 500. It's the deficit for the current year. Okay, it's the deficit for the current year, which you should record under other expense. You should record under other expense 500. Okay, so guys, this is how you easily get the double entry. If there is a last year surplus, First of all, cancel the surplus through OCI. Okay. Then, guys, the remaining only record as an expense. So let's quickly go and adjust it. Now, land account credit. No, land account credit means minus. Go and deduct it. 1,500. Land account credit by 1,500. No. So deduct the land 1,500. And then where was debited? Other comprehensive income debit. This is other comprehensive income. If you are debiting, you reduce it. How much? 1,000. Debit means minus 1,000. Okay. And then after that, you have to record the expense. You can say here revaluation deficit. Revaluation deficit. How much? 500. Other expense. Under other expense, write 500. Okay, so I hope you all have recorded in all the places. You record here, okay, record here, and record here. These are the three places you have to record. Guys, don't just look at the screen and wait. Make sure you take a paper and do it, okay? No use you just listening to what I'm saying if you don't write it by yourself and understand it. No, can't we put 1,500 under OCI? No, you can't. That's completely wrong. Okay. You should, maximum you can take from OCI is 1,000 because your reserve is only 1,000. Okay. Reserve is only 1,000. So that's the maximum you can take. You can't take 1,500. If you have only 1,000 in your till, how can you take 1,500 out of it? In the reserve, you only have 1,000, so you can take 1,000 maximum. You understand and study, guys. Don't just try to memorize it. You can maximum take only 1,000. So the balance you should record as an expense. Don't be write it under equity. At the end, you will take it to equity. You will take this to the equity at the end. Okay? Safana. No, you don't have to put minus. This is not cancellation. No, this is an expense. So you write it as here 500 positive. It is cancellation only. You write it as minus. Here it's not cancellation. Okay. If it is second time also surplus, then very easy. Okay. If it is second time also surplus, it's easy, guys. Because there are some students who are not from my class and you all are asking for those double entries. I'll just show you guys. Just take a screenshot of it. Okay. I'll show you the tute of that part. You all make sure you take a screenshot. Maybe that will be useful for you. Wait. It's not here. Okay, we have only 84 minutes to go. Where? Okay. So guys, these are the double entries for evaluation. If you want, take a screenshot of it and later you check it, okay? Wait, I can't show it properly. Okay, first take a screenshot of this, then I'll show the next one. Okay, done. Can I show the next one? Okay. Okay, sit in a place and try to understand the double entries, guys. In this, I have given the possible these ones. Okay, now let's continue. So we are done with the land revaluation also. Now let's go to the next one. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, guys, this is lease. We are going to study lease. Okay. Lease. See here, a motor vehicle was acquired on 2020 April 1st lease. Okay, for lease also I'll quickly show you all guys the steps. If you all follow these steps, okay. And by the way, I'm not showing any magic or anything. Don't think I'm trying to boast or something, guys. I'm just showing you all the steps so it will be easy. Okay. Wait a minute before I explain that. I'll quickly show that. guys, if you follow these steps, it's already there in the teacher's guide. Okay, I didn't create it, no worries. So here guys, see here these steps, if you follow for the lease adjustment, okay, you will finally get the answer. When it comes to lease, listen carefully. There are how many places you have to record. Okay, always make sure you check your SOPL and SOFP whether you have recorded in the following places. The first place is note 5. Okay, right of use of lease property. Make sure you check your SOFP. Okay, in your SOFP, you have to record the carrying amount. That is the first place. SOFP, right of use of asset. This one, I'm talking about this one. Okay, this one. Okay, so that is the first place you have to record. The second place is the statement of profit or loss. Don't forget to record the depreciation. Okay, you have to record the depreciation. If it's a machine, administration. If it's a motor vehicle, distribution. Okay, so in our example, distribution, you have to record the depreciation. That is the second place. Okay, third place you have to record is the lease interest under finance expense. Lease interest. Okay, so 3 places you have to record. And the fourth place you have to record is, you have to record, okay, wait, I shouldn't have marked this, guys. I'll show you. Wait a minute. Okay. So I see here 1, 2, 3. This is the third place. Under the non-current asset, you should say right of use. Okay. Fourth place is non-current liability, lease creditor. Fifth place is current liability, lease creditor. So guys, if for the lease adjustment, you have to record in 5 places. Yes, Chamaka, thank you. For lease adjustments, guys, you have to record in 5 places. Shimbra, both are correct, no worries. You have to record in 5 places, guys. If you don't record in all 5 places, that means you won't get the full marks for this lease adjustment. So make sure you have recorded in all 5 places. When you are doing the lease adjustment, just go through it and see whether there are 5 places which you have recorded. Okay, that way you will make sure you reduce your mistakes. Sometimes in the exam, when you're tension, or maybe when you're stressed, you don't remember something. So you just make sure 5 places for lease, 5 places. See whether you have recorded it. Keeping that in mind, let's start this adjustment. A motor vehicle was acquired on April 2020, 1st of April 2020, guys. What is the date? When you see this date, what do you remember? When you see this date, what do you remember? When have you purchased it? Opening. Guys, then what is the next thing that should you remember? If it is opening, what's the next thing that should come to your head? Opening means what should come to your head? Depreciation. What about depreciation? Yes, very good. Depreciation is full year. Okay, depreciation you have to provide full year. Chamatkar, starting date, and someone else also said no depreciation. Starting date means you are using the asset for the full year. So depreciation also full year. Okay, so motor vehicle was acquired on the starting date. Lease period is 4 years. However, the initial deposit of 1,950,000 was paid on the date of acquisition. Okay, and has been recorded as lease interest. Guys, see, there is a mistake there. They have recorded as lease interest. Can someone tell me the double entry for the down payment? Initial deposit is the down payment. What's the double entry for down payment? Anyone? Quickly send me, everyone. I want everyone to send me the double entry for down payment. Very good, Shamla. Guys, the double entry for down payment will be, yes, right of use debit, cash, credit, cash. See here. Double entry for down payment, guys, see here. Where? Here. Right of use debit, cash credit. Okay, this is the correct double entry. Right of use debit, cash credit. That's the correct double entry. Let's see what have they done. They have gone and recorded as interest, guys. The mistake they have done is they went and recorded as lease interest debit, cash credit. You have no problem with the cash. Cash is correct. Now here we are doing a correction of error. Correction of error we will come anywhere, guys. They will not ask a separate question. Actually, they can ask, but most of the time they will include correction of errors in all the questions. At least like one adjustment, partnership, NPO, they can test it. So guys, the correct one is this, but the wrong one is this. Now you should write the correction entry. Okay. So what's the correction entry, guys? How will you write the correction entry? Now see here, what is the correct entry? Right of use should be debited. So the correct one should be right of use debit. Now they have debited the lease interest. So to cancel it, credit it. They have debited the lease interest. To cancel it, credit the lease interest. So this is the double entry. Okay. So guys, the correction entry will be right of use debit, lease interest credit. Now let's go and record it. Right of use debit, lease interest credit. Okay. So what else are they telling? Yeah. Now guys, see here how to find the right of use value. This is how we find the right of use. Okay. You have to take the initial lease liability and the down payment. Any initial direct cost you have to add, you get the right of use value. Okay, you get the right of use. So right of use is, guys, it's a note number. What's the note number for right of use? Note number 5. I'll put here note 5. Right of use of motor vehicle. Okay. So guys, first of all, what you do, you can say down payment. Down payment and record it. How much was the down payment? The down payment I forgot. How much was it? How much? 1,950. 1,950. So you debit the right of use, guys. You debit the right of use and you credit where? Now credit the lease interest. They have recorded in lease interest. Go to the trial balance. See, lease interest. Credit means minus. If you just put there, guys, in your paper, write and keep minus 1,950. When we are doing the question, make sure we remember this. Okay, minus 1,950. Okay. Now, guys, let's quickly go to the next one. Oh, okay, Saina. So, guys, now go to the next one. They say paid on acquisition. The annual lease installment is 650. The first installment which was paid, it was recorded in lease interest. They did that also. They did a mistake, guys. That also they did a mistake. What they did, the lease installment, when you pay lease installment, the correct double entry, guys. When you pay lease installment, the double entry should be lease liability or the lease creditor should be debit. Lease creditor should be debit. Okay. And where should you credit? You should credit cash. What have they done? What have they done? Instead of debiting, yes, Safana, that's correct. Instead of debiting the lease creditor, they went and debited the lease interest, which is wrong. Okay, but the cash is correct. Cash is correct. Okay, now let's do the correction entry. Let's do the correction entry like we did before. Cash is correct, cut it off. Cash is correct now. Now lease interest was debited, which is wrong. To cancel it, you credit it. You credit it. And then now record the correct entry. The correct entry should be lease creditor debit. Lease creditor should be debit. So the correction entry, guys, lease creditor debit, lease interest account credit. Now see, guys, if you go to lease interest, you have to reduce another 650, 650. Then how much do you get? I think you will get 0. 650. So you should reduce that also. Okay, and then lease creditor should be credited. You should credit the lease creditor. For that, open a lease creditor. Sorry, you should debit. Open a lease creditor account. I'll open here. Okay, I have this, no? Open a lease creditor account quickly. Okay, lease creditor. Lease creditor. And then debit it, you will say installment. Debit it, say installment. How much? 650. 650. So that's done. Okay, so that's done. So what you have to do, they have done is they have gone and debited the interest account instead of lease creditor. So the correction entry is lease creditor debit, lease interest credit. Lease interest credit means you have to reduce it. That's why I deducted here. And lease creditor debit means you should open a lease creditor account and debit it. You should open a lease creditor account and debit. Okay. And then guys, now let's quickly go to the next part. Go to the next part. What does they say? Okay. The annual lease installment is 650. The first installment which has been paid is recorded in the lease interest. The discounting factor is given, guys. Now here you should find the lease liability. You have to find the lease liability. They have given you the discount factor. That means you have to find the lease liability. So let's do a working to get the lease liability. Lease liability. Okay. So lease liability, guys, what you have to do, you should take the cash flow. The cash flow is the installment. Multiply it by the discount factor. Okay, so every year, how many years? 4 years. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Okay, so they have given you guys how much is the installment in year 1. How much? You should find the present value. Find the present value. Installment will never change. 650. Installment is always the same, guys. It's fixed. 650. Multiply it by the discount factor. Multiply it by the discount factor. So guys, 650, quickly multiply 1 by 1. 0.91. Send me the answer, guys. Quickly send me the the lease liability amount. 0.68. Okay. Now, guys, when you multiply this, you will get the present value. So find the present value. The present value total will be the lease liability. Present value total will give you the lease liability amount. Take your calculators and quickly find the present value. It will be the lease liability. The total of the present values. The total of the present values which you get will give you the lease liability amount. Okay, I think you're getting a point, Nick. $2,060,500. 2,060,500. Have they given a scrap value for the last year? Have they given like that? No. Yeah, wait. No. Wait. Wait a minute, guys. I'll confirm. That's for depreciation. Yes, that's for depreciation. The scrap value is given for the depreciation, guys. That is the guaranteed value only you add for the last year. You understand? The guaranteed value, no, you add for the last year. You don't add the scrap value for the last year. Wait a minute. I confirm that. Just give me 1 minute. So how much did we record here? 1,950. Let's just give me 1 minute. I'll confirm you that. You all can continue if you want with the other adjustments. Yeah, what I told was correct, guys. Scrap value is given to find the depreciation. You don't add that, okay? Only the guaranteed value. There is something called guaranteed value, but I don't think they will test you that. That only you have to add. So guys, see here, where? The lease liability. So the lease liability amount is how much? 2060.5. So guys, now don't round it and put as 2061. Okay, please don't do that mistake, because guys, if you have written in rupees, will it be in point form? If you have written in rupees, will it be point form? It will be 2,60,500, because we wrote in thousands only, we have point form, so it's not a problem. Make sure you just continue with the point form. It's okay. Okay, some students have a problem with point form. When they see point form, they can't just wait. They will try to round it. Okay, so guys, the initial recognition value is how much? Initial recognition value is going to be 4,10,000. Okay, 10,500. Now guys, see here, we are done with that. Now what should you do? As a double entry for this 2,60,500. Double entry for this 2,60,500 is you debit here, you debit the right of use and you credit the lease creditor. Go and credit the lease creditor. You will say right of use. How much? 2,60,500. 2,60,500. Make sure you understand the double entries. You debit here, you credit there. Okay? Yes, Zulka. Always you have to see the present value. Usually you have to see the present value. Okay, so since we are done with that, now let's continue. Guys, don't forget interest. Have they given interest? Anything related to interest? 10%. Yeah, 10%, right? Now see, the ownership of the asset will be transferred to the buyer at the end of the lease period. Why are they giving that? Why are they telling the ownership will be transferred? Why are they telling? Then guys, if you find the depreciation, you should take the useful life. Very good. Guys, when they say ownership is transferred, to find the depreciation, you should take the useful life, not the lease period. If the ownership is not transferred, then take the lease period. If the ownership is, yeah, usually the lower value. But if the ownership is not transferred, take the lower one. If the ownership is transferred, take the useful life. So now you can take the useful life. Okay. So guys, let's find the depreciation. Cost is 4,10,500. Okay. And guys, what is the useful life? 5 years. And what's the residual value? 20,000. Calculate depreciation for motor vehicle. Calculate, guys. What is the initial recognition value? 4,10,500. 4,10,500 minus the residual value of 20,000. 20,000, yeah. Okay. And then divided by the useful life. How much is the depreciation? We have to find annual depreciation because it's from the starting date. How much? 798,100. Please don't round it. Guys, we are writing in thousands. If we are writing in rupees, it will automatically become 798,100. So you can't round it, okay? Make sure you keep it as it is. Because we wrote in thousands only, we have point form and it's okay. So now let's write the double entry for this. Depreciation debit, accumulated depreciation credit. Go and say here, motor vehicle depreciation. It's a distribution expense, 798,100. 798,100. What's that 20? The question said there is a scrap value of 20. So to find depreciation, we have to deduct the scrap value. So guys, depreciation debit, accumulated depreciation credit. So accumulated depreciation you have to deduct here to get the right of use. Remember, lease asset, you don't write in PPE note. Lease assets, you never write in PPE note, okay? You should always show it as note number 5. So now get the carrying amount. Carrying amount should be recorded where? Wait a minute. Get the carrying value. Okay. So guys, carrying amount you have to record in your SOFP. How much is the carrying amount? 3,212,400. Yes, I didn't forget the interest. I'll find the interest. Okay. Go to SOFP and record it. Right of use of lease asset. Okay. Write it 3,212,400. Okay. Go here. Record it as note number 5. Yeah, we have 60 minutes more. No worries. I'll finish it within 30 minutes. Okay. So 3,212,400 record under non-current assets. Okay. After you're done with that, guys, we didn't still find the interest. Please don't forget that. We haven't found the interest yet. They say interest is how many percent? 10%. Interest is 10%. Okay. Where? Yeah, 10% here. 10%. So how to find 10%? You will take the lease creditor value, multiply it by 10%. How much do you get? How much is the interest? 2,060,500 into 10% is how much? 206,050, something like that. Yes. So guys, the double entry for interest. Interest is an expense. Interest should be debited. Lease creditor should be credited. Take this, multiply it by 10%, you get the interest. So interest is how much? 206,005. Wait. 206,050. Yeah. Okay. No, interest is found. Guys, current year interest is found from the opening balance. Next year interest is found from the closing balance. Okay. So now guys, you credit here and go to your expense debited. You will say lease interest. Lease interest. It's a finance expense, note number 5, working number 5. 206,005. Okay. Note number, working number 5. So guys, now we are done recording interest, done recording depreciation, done recording the right of use. 3 places so far done. We have 5 to do. We are done with 3. Fatima, both are the same. For now, remember it like this. Okay, when you go to higher studies, you will identify a difference. But for now, 10% discount factor and the interest is the same. Okay. Saina, it's 0. Lease interest becomes 0. When you deduct this, your lease interest is 0, dear. So here it's 0. Then you have to find. That's how we found 10% because they haven't found it. That's why we found it. Okay. Now, guys, yes, Najma, only the first year. Only the first year you take here, but the second year you need to find the current and non-current portion. Now, guys, we are done with 3. We have 2 more. That is to find the current and non-current liability. Okay, so please close down your interest account quickly and find the closing balance. Get the closing balance of your interest account. Sorry, lease account. How much? Can someone tell me? Is this the value you all got? Got the same? Down payment is not recorded in the lease creditor. The new standard. Okay. Yes, Fatima. The new standard, you don't take the down payment to lease creditor. You take it to right of use. The previous standard only you take it to the lease creditor. Now you don't take it to the lease creditor. You take it to find the initial recognition. You take it here. Okay. Now guys, now see here. You take the closing balance. You have to find the current and non-current portion. So first of all, find the non-current liability, find the current and non-current. First find the current. Okay, I'm sorry. First find the current. What is the equation for current liability? Next year installment minus next year interest. Next year installment minus next year interest. Okay, next year installment will not change, guys. Installment is always fixed. Next year installment is also 650,000. What's the next year interest? What's the next year interest? Quickly calculate and tell me. Closing balance into 10%. How much? What's the next year interest? Closing balance into 10%. Yes, you will get a point form. Don't worry, just write it. 161,655. Okay. Now, how much is your current liability? This minus this is your current liability. Guys, you all are using calculators. Don't worry for the point form. You can do it in the calculator. Okay. Now, guys, non-current liability. Non-current liability. How to get non-current liability? You take the total closing balance. You take the closing balance, deduct the current. You get the non-current. So the current liability 488,345. You get the non-current. Yes, Zahra, good job. Non-current will be how much? These are the answers. Okay. How did you find this? I found it like this. Okay. I took this value. Multiplied it by 10%. I'll write here how I got this. Next year interest. How to find next year interest is take the closing balance, multiply it by the rate. Closing balance is given here. That's how you get the interest. For the current year interest, you take the opening balance, multiply it by 10%, you get the current year interest. Okay, that is 2060.5 into 10%. To find the next year interest, you take the closing balance, multiply it by 10%. Can you repeat that? Down payment? Yes. What I told is down payment you don't record in lease creditor. Down payment you record in the right of use, not in lease creditor. Okay? Yes, Fatima. Now guys, go and record this in SOP, FP, current and non-current liability, say lease creditor. Lease creditor. Okay? And write the values. Okay? Write the values. Non-current, how much? Current, how much? So now guys, check whether you have recorded in 5 places related to leaves. Check whether you have recorded in 5 places. Everything related to leaves. Check whether you have recorded in 5 places. No, Fatima, nothing like that. Under current liability, you should write trade payable first, okay? So guys, see here. See guys, we recorded in 5 places. I'll mark and show you all. Okay, I'll mark with the blue color. 1 here, 2, 3. You have to record in 5 places, okay? 4, 5. See, we are done. We have recorded in 5 places properly. Okay. Now let's quickly go to the next adjustment. No, guys, remember lease asset, you don't record in PPE note. PPE note, you can't record lease asset. Okay, or only non-lease assets you record in PPE note. Okay. What else? Lease interest. Isn't it accrued? No, lease interest is paid because installment. Inside installment, there is interest. Inside installment, you have the interest. So if you have paid installment, that means you have already paid interest also. You understand, Saina? Najma, I have shown here. If you have paid installment, that means you have already paid the interest because installment includes the lease amount and the interest. Are you clear? Okay. Now let's go to the next part. Next adjustment. Where did we stop? Okay, we have 3 more to go. The company sells goods under a warranty period of 1 year. Warranty expenses paid in the current year for the sale of previous year amounting to 320. This has been included under salary expense of the current year. Estimated warranty expense is 580,000. Okay, let's quickly draw the warranty account. Guys, is there any opening warranty given in the question? Is there any opening warranty given in the question? Have they? Yes, 400. So guys, warranty is a liability. Warranty provision, opening warranty. Warranty provision only liability, okay? Warranty is an expense. Warranty provision is a liability. Write it in the credit side. 400. Write it in the credit side. How much? 400. Okay. Now let's see what they are saying. They say, guys, estimated warranty. It should be warranty provision, okay? The estimated provision is 580. So the closing provision, how much? 580. Okay. So guys, provision, closing provision, record it in here. How much? 580. Why did I record in the debit side? So that it's a liability now, guys. Next year it will be credit side. Okay, that's why I wrote in the debit side. Clear? Okay. Now see here. What is the paid amount? How much have they paid? When you pay for warranty, guys, cash goes out and warranty expense should be debit. So go to your warranty expense and say cash. How much did you pay cash? 320. But there is a problem. There's a correction of error here. Where have they gone and recorded? Where have they gone and recorded the warranty expense paid? Where? Salary. Guys, they have recorded in the salary. It is wrong. Take it out. They have recorded in the salary, which is wrong. Where is the salary? Tell me how much is the salary? How much is the salary? Now find the correct salary value. Find the correct salary value. How much have they given in the trial balance? 1,000, ne? 1,000. Okay, that is wrong. You have to reduce the paid amount. How much is the paid amount? Reduce the paid amount because they have recorded in the salary, guys, which is wrong. So take it out, 320. 320. Okay. So then you will get the correct salary value. Now we are done correcting the error. Now, guys, see, we recorded. What we did was, what's the double entry for that 320 is we went and debited the warranty account and credited the salary because they did a mistake. No. They did a mistake. So you debited the warranty and credited the salary account. Okay, because this is a correction of error. Okay. Now, guys, quickly find me how much is the warranty expense. Calculate how much is the warranty expense. Warranty expense transferred to statement of profit or loss. How much? 500. So the warranty expense is how much, guys? 500. It's a distribution expense. Go and record under distribution expense. Working number 2. Working number 2. Working number 2, you say distribution expense warranty. How much? 500. 500. Where else should you record? Is that all? Where else should you record warranty? Now you recorded the SOPL amount. What about the closing balance? Other payables. Guys, the closing balance is the payable amount. It's a liability. You have to record under other payables, current liability. You will we say provision for warranty or warranty payable 580. It's a current liability. Okay, so record that under other payables note, which is note number what? 8 name? Note number 8. Yes. Other payables say warranty provision 580. So we are done with the warranty also. Now we have 2 more to go. Let's finish it off quickly. Tax paid in the current year includes an amount of 500,000 related to the previous year. Estimated total tax liability for the year end is 1,880. Let's quickly draw. Like a warranty, you can even draw a tax account. Okay. Let's quickly draw a tax account. Okay. So I'll say here. Wait. Delete this. We'll draw an income tax account. Income tax. Have they given any opening balance in the question? Quickly check. For sure they would have given. Trial balance, debit or credit side. Opening provision for 720 credit side. Recording 720. Okay. Guys, now listen carefully. When it comes to income tax, you should know this. Okay. Now guys, how much have they? Now they say the last year 720 provision is there. That means payable. Okay. Now they say for the last year, how much did they pay? There is a payable of 720, but how much did you pay? How much did you pay? There is a provision of 720, but how much did they pay? Paid for the last year is only 500. So guys, is it a over provision or a under provision? Over provision or under? Think an answer. Guys, remember when you find out over or under, easy way to remember. Listen. You check the provision. If the provision is higher than the paid amount, it's over. If the provision is less than the paid amount, it's under. Simple as that. Check the provision. Now the provision is higher than the paid amount. So we say over provision. Over provision. If the provision is lower than the paid amount, we say under provision. Okay. So guys, there is an over provision of 220,000. So guys, this over provision should be recorded in note number 3. Add the mind deduct. Over provision. Under provision is an expense. Over provision reduces your expense. Deduct it. It reduces your expense. Deduct 220. Deduct it. Okay. Under provision is an expense. Over provision reduces your expense, or you reduce it. Okay. Now let's continue. How much is the total tax paid? In the trial balance, they have given no. How much is the total tax paid, guys? How much? In the trial balance, they would have given tax paid. I am 1,900. So when you pay tax, cash goes out, cash credit, while your tax account is debit. You pay 1,900. 1,900. Now, what is the closing estimated value? Closing liability is 1,880. So actually, you don't need income tax account for this question because they have given the liability also, no? They have given you the liability, guys. So you actually don't need the tax. Wait. Have they given? No. Estimated total tax liability for the year end is 1,880. The total tax liability for the whole year. For the whole year is how much? For the whole year, it says 1,880. Listen carefully. You need it actually. I'm sorry. Okay. So guys, 1,880 is the estimated amount for the whole year. How did I get 1,900? It was given in the question. Yeah. I didn't find it. Okay. So now see, you have paid tax. You have paid tax totally 1,900. Inside this 1,900, how much did you pay for the last year? Inside this 1,900, how much did you pay for the last year? Quickly tell me. How much? 500. If you have paid 500 for the last year, for the current year, how much did you pay? For the current year, how much did you pay? 1,900 minus 500. For the current year, you have paid 1,400. 1,400. They say, guys, the estimated tax liability. Estimated tax liability, they say it is how much? They say it's 1,880. 1,880 for the current year. Okay. Out of that, how much have you paid for the current year? Current year paid amount is how much? 1,400. Then how much is the payable? How much is the payable? How much is the payable? Your tax payable will be 480,000. What did I do? Okay. 480,000 will be your tax payable. Tax payable. So guys, there's another way to find this 480. Okay. There is another way to find this 480. Okay, I'll tell you all how. Now guys, estimated tax is how much? Estimated tax for the current year. Okay, it is 1,880. Then how much is the tax expense? How much is the tax expense which goes to SOPL? How much? 1,660. 1,660. Okay, great. So Shaika, good job. It's tallying. If you all can finish it off, guys. If it's tallying, let me know. Tell me the total. Okay. So that's 1,660. If you put 1,660 in the ledger, okay, 1,660, see, you will get the same 480. We'll see whether we are getting the same 480. 480, we have to get that. See, we got the same thing. See, we found here, we got the same thing, 480. That is the tax payable. Tax payable, okay, 480. Go and record it. It's a liability. Income tax payable, 480,000. So when it comes to income tax, what are the places you have to record? Current liability and this one, okay. The income tax, how much? 1,660. 1,660. Okay. These are the two places you will record in related to income tax. No, Jumana, it automatically gets, you don't have to do that. It is automatically getting this one. See, the 1,900 already includes the 500. You don't have to do that. It automatically gets adjusted. Okay. So guys, I'll give you all 1 minute. Quickly go through this. Then we can go to the final adjustment. Tax estimate, Zulka. Actually, guys, this 1,880 is the tax estimate for the current year. Okay. Out of that, you have already paid 1,400. So the payable is 480. The payable is 480,000. Okay. Show other income, other wait. Income tax for the year is 1,660. Income tax payable is 480. Current liability payable, you record Okay. So guys, now let's quickly go to the last adjustment. Okay, last adjustment. It has been decided to transfer 1 million to general reserve out of the retained earnings. Okay, so transfer in statement of changes in equity. Transfer to general reserve. So guys, how are they making the transfer? They are taking from the retained earnings and recording under general reserve. How much? 1 million. 1 million is 1,000. And record it under general reserve. That is 1 million. You take it from the retained earnings and you have to record it under general reserve. Under provision, you add, over provision, you deduct. Okay? And take the net value. Now guys, that's done. Now next one. If the directors have decided to pay 200,000 to ordinary shareholders, decided, do we record it? It's a proposed dividend. Do we record it? They have decided to pay. Have they paid? Have they paid? No. So it's just a note. You have to put a note. You can put like this, guys. You can say proposed dividend. Proposed dividend and say here note A. Note A. And below that, write, guys. You get 1 mark for this. Why waste that 1 mark? You can just copy paste whatever they said. You can say board of directors proposed to pay rupees 200,000. Don't write in thousands, okay? When you're writing a sentence, you have to write in rupees. To ordinary shareholders. You get 1 marks for this. Easy marks. Okay? That's done. Now, shall we quickly finish it off? Fatima, better you write it as a minus under expense. You don't record under other income. Okay, that's better. Now, guys, let's finish it off. We are done almost. All we have to do is record the items which we didn't record in the trial balance. Okay, just tell me if I record a wrong value. Okay, other than that, we are done, right? We recorded everything. No, decided to pay. Decided to pay means you have to record as proposed dividend because it's a non-adjusting event. Only paid amount you can record it here. Okay. So PPE opening balance given, that's done. Accumulated depreciation done. Sales, record the sales, guys, in that SOPL sales. How much is the sales? 70,000. 70, no? 70. Okay, I'll keep on recording. Purchase goes to cost of sales. Add it. Okay, have they given opening stock? Yes, here opening stock is given. Opening stock is 2,300. At the purchase is how much? 40,000. 40,000. Okay, no? Okay, rent. Rent is an expense. Administration, record it here. Rent. Rent. How much? 750. Okay. Trade salary. Did we record? Guys, get the correct salary value. Get the correct salary value. 680,000. 680. Guys, you all can do faster and get the total tallied, okay? Then go to the next one. Rent. Done. Salary recorded. Then trade receivable recorded. Now record the trade payable. Trade payable is how much? 16,000. Cash balance recorded. Correct the cash balance. 600. Warranty provision recorded. Stated capital. Record the stated capital in statement of changes in equity. Stated capital is how much? 46,680. Okay. Hope you all are not sleeping. Next one. Retained earnings is just, guys, if I write the wrong value, tell me. Okay. 2369. Okay, y'all are awake. Good. Then the next one. I think this is the first time in my life I am teaching at 11:30 p.m. Okay, the maximum time, guys, I do is at 9:30 or 9:30. 9:30 is the maximum. Okay. So first time in my life I'm keeping at 11:30 because I usually sleep early. We recorded up to retained earnings. No, electricity done. Revaluation reserve recorded. Revaluation reserve 1,000. Opening balance. General reserve 1,200. Okay. Lease interest all done. Allowance done. Interim dividend paid. Guys, dividend paid reduces your retained earning. So right here, interim dividend paid. Minus it under retained earnings. That is how much? 750. 3 months treasury bill. Tell me, where do you record? 3 months treasury bill. Where do you record? Yeah. Thank God you didn't keep at 5. No, I can't. I thought to keep at tomorrow, but I can't keep tomorrow because thank God some students messaged me and told don't keep. It will be a problem for me. Yes, very good. Record under cash and cash equivalent. Treasury bill should come under cash and cash equivalent note. So say here treasury bill. Okay. So treasury bill, how much? It is 2,000. No, 2,000. Now guys, find the closing cash and cash equivalent. Calculate the closing cash and cash equivalent. 2,600. Record it under current asset. 2,600 cash and cash equivalent. Okay. So that is done. Income tax paid, done. All done. Now we have to do is just add and subtract. What is this 200 minus? That is was office equipment. They didn't record anywhere. So we had to deduct it. That's why 200 minus. Okay, guys, let's quickly get the answers. Total everything. Tell me if I had missed something, okay? Total everything one by one. And if my values are wrong, let me know. Guys, did you all get the same value for expenses? Can someone confirm? Got the same value? Okay, it's balancing. Great. Got the same value for expenses? Can I put that? Confirm me quickly. Yes. Okay, then I'll quickly put that on the expenses one by one. Distribution. Administration. Other. Finance. Okay, done. Get the total expenses to the second column. The total is 7,948.50. 7,900 and I forgot, man. What did I tell? I already forgot those. 7,948.15. Okay. 48.15. So that's done. Now go to PPE note. Finish the PPE note. Don't know how many of them are sleeping. No, maybe with the book itself they slept. Who knows? Okay. So guys, now get the carrying value. Get the carrying value. Okay. Tally. Good job. Okay. Get the carrying value, guys. Cost minus accumulated depreciation will give you the carrying value. Get the carrying values and get the total carrying value to the last column and take it to SOFP. Wait, 6,000. Wait a minute. Take it to SOFP, guys. That is 67,045. 67,045. Okay. Yeah, I didn't find cost of sales yet. I'll find. Tally. Great. Now, guys, get the cost of sales. Opening stock 2,300. At the purchase 40,000 minus the closing stock. Okay, so how much do you get? 41,170. 41,170. Now get the gross profit. 28,830 is the gross profit. There was no any other income. No other income is zero. Okay. Then get this. Get the profit before tax. Get the profit after tax. And then get the total comprehensive income. Get the total comprehensive income. Okay. Yes. Total comprehensive income, guys. See here. I slept. Please send me the answer. I knew half, maybe like 10 students here already sleeping with the books. Okay. So, no, Najma. Now, guys, get the answers. Total comprehensive income transfer to SOCE. Okay. You write in the one line. Okay. You should write in one row. You can't write in two. One row. Okay. So the profit after tax goes to retained earnings. And the revaluation part, the OCI goes to revaluation reserve. OCI. So one student was asking me, didn't I record that minus 1,000 in revaluation reserve? Now only we are recording. At the end only you transfer to revaluation reserve as minus 1,000. Okay. Now get the closing balances, guys. Get the balance, closing balance of the all these values. Okay. Get it quickly. 0. Okay. Now record it in the statement of financial position. Record the closing balances one by one. Okay. Stated capital. Revaluation reserve. General reserve. Sorry, retained earnings. General reserve. Okay. General reserve. That's done. Expense done. All done. Now get the total assets. Okay. Now finish the notes. Take the other payable to the. Take it to current liability. 600 other payable. Note number 8. Okay. 600. All done, no? I took everything, no, guys? Cash and cash equivalent, everything I took, no? Did I miss anything? Can we just totally? Can. You can Ifra. I didn't have space, I just wrote. Okay, now get the total current asset to the second column. Isra, if you're trying to ask like this, you can't write like this, okay? You can't. You have to have a other payable note. You can't write the other payables one by one in the under current liability. That is wrong. Usually we have a note. Okay, we have a note. That's how you write. I hope I answered your doubt. Allowance for expected loss, Ashrat, I already deducted when I'm finding trade receivable. I already deducted there. Okay. Okay, balanced, good job. Now get the total equity to the second column. Get the total liability to the second column. Get the total current liability to the second column. What did I do? Then get the total equity plus liability. See guys, it's balancing. It's balanced. Great. Now guys, don't forget one thing, profit before tax note. Profit before tax note number 2. You get 2 marks for this easy way to score marks. Okay. You just have to say profit before tax has been calculated after deducting following expenses. Don't leave this, okay? Don't leave this. You get 2 marks. In vain, no. You should write minimum 4. Minimum write 4. Okay, main expenses, main. So in this example, what are the expenses which you can write? You can write the depreciation, lease interest, warranty, stock written off, revaluation loss. Okay, so I'll just mark it. You can write inventory written off, the main expenses. Okay, inventory written off. Always interest will come, remember that. And depreciation also will come. And the revaluation loss, depreciation, you can even record the warranty, okay, and depreciation. These are the important expenses. Now let's record it one by one. 4 enough. Don't go and write more than 4. Okay. I'll share the Excel sheet to the group. If y'all don't have a group, if y'all are not in the group, put me a message to my number. I'll send my number now. Okay, if you want the Excel sheet or anything, make sure you message me. I'll send it to y'all. Okay. Wait, I'll send the number. 077-875-9158. 077-875-9158. Yeah, let's quickly record it, guys. Revaluation loss is how much? 500. Okay. Inventory written off is how much? 70. What else? Depreciation, you should put the total, okay? When you're finding the depreciation, maybe you can divide as non-lease and lease asset. That is not a problem. Okay, without depreciation, let's write the others, finish it off. What else can we write? Lease interest, easy, no? Write it. Where is that? Here. Okay, what else didn't I write yet? Warranty. So guys, I wrote the easy four items. Okay, done. So guys, 4 is enough. 4 enough, guys. Yeah. So we are done for the day and done for the 2021 A-levels batch. Guys, I hope it was useful today. Okay. Guys, please understand, I didn't try to scare y'all at the beginning. I just wanted to help y'all. Okay. If y'all thinking that I scared y'all, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to scare y'all. Okay. I just wanted to help you all so that you can do the final exam really well. Okay. And guys, what I want to say is, please don't worry. Okay. Please don't worry. Listen carefully. Don't worry. No matter what, just give your best. Okay. Give your best and leave the rest to God. Okay. You know, you and yourself know how hard you worked for 2.5 years, 3 years. Maybe you did like a degree, no? Your A-level was like a degree for you. Okay. So guys, yeah. So just remember, guys, you gave your best. Okay. Don't think about and regret all your past. Don't regret it. Don't think in vain I could have studied before. Don't do that. Now, no use, no, guys. You're just demotivating yourself. When you do that, guys, you're just demotivating yourself. So please don't start regretting and trying to put yourself down. Always try to keep a positive mindset. Whatever time remaining, I will just do it. I will just give my best for the time remaining. Maybe it is 10 days, 5 days, 6 days. It's okay. Whatever the time remaining, I am going to give my best. Keep that in mind. Okay. So don't demotivate yourself. The best thing you can do right now for yourself is, guys, you are making sure you're giving positive mindset. Okay. Always put positive stuffs in your head, because guys, the more negative, the more things you are giving, okay, it will affect your results. Why? Because you will not go and do the paper properly because you're stressed. Okay. So make sure that you always think, okay, everything happens for the best. I will give my best, and God will decide my results. Because guys, maybe there are a lot of mistakes you did in your A-level life. That means you might have not even studied properly. So it's your mistake for getting less results. But guys, still I'm telling you, yes, even though you didn't study properly, because of that you got low results. You can't do anything, guys. You can't change the past. All you can do is just look the future and try to change your future. That's all you can do, guys. After you finish A-levels, let's say you didn't get the best result you wanted. It's okay. You have many other options. But guys, I'm always telling, the only thing I'll tell my students is, anyone, okay, even if you have studied under me one day, that you are my student. That's how I consider you. Just remember, guys, give your best. That's more than enough. Give your best. That's all I'm telling you. Okay. Don't try to put yourself down or anything. Give your best and keep the rest to God. Keep the rest to God. Okay. So guys, even if you get low results after A-levels, don't know whether I will talk to you all after A-levels. There might be students here who I never knew and I have never talked to them. So just remember, guys, after A-levels, even if you get low results, don't demotivate yourself. Make sure you change your life even after A-levels. Okay, start doing higher studies, do something better, whatever you like. Don't stop it just because you got low results. Your family will start telling, now hereafter don't study because your results are very low. Okay, results are very low, don't study. There will be family members who comes and talk to you, but please, I beg you all, don't give up. Okay, don't think what will the society say. Maybe you will, let's say for example, a student got 3 years. Okay, 3 years. Don't worry, guys. Still, you can change your life by doing. You start a qualification, anything which you like, whatever you like, do it for higher studies and give your best there. You can change even that. Even A-level, if you were playful, guys, even after A-level, try to change yourself. That's what you can do best for you. Okay, rather than continuing to be a loser. Okay, you just try to change yourself. Okay, because no more I have it's no use for me to tell you all study for A-levels and get good results. I can't tell it now because it's very close by. Okay, all I can tell is, please give your best, do whatever you can, give your best, study well, do hard work for these few days. Okay, after that you can have some rest, but don't take too much rest. You get rest maybe for 1 week, 2 weeks, get back again and start thinking about your future. What I'm going to do. Don't wait till you get your A-level results to think about your future. Okay? Think what you're going to do. Plan your future. And guys, please don't stop your studies after A-levels. Don't stop it. Okay? No matter how much family problems, how much financial difficulties you have, at least start working and start earning and try to provide for your own studies. Okay, not everyone, guys, not everyone is financially able to do higher studies, but it's okay. Don't give up. Don't just give up because you don't have money. You can maybe start doing work. You can work and earn and try to provide for your own self. Okay, so all I'm telling is, no matter how difficult this is, please don't stop studying. Okay, it will always help you. It will always help you for your future. Okay, don't think that, okay, no use of me studying, my family will give me on marriage. No, guys, you're the one who should change your future generation. You're the one who can change your future generation. Okay, so if you want to change your future generation, first of all, you should change yourself. You should change your mindset. Okay, don't think that okay, if I get a rich husband, or don't think like that. Don't think, okay, my parents are rich, I don't have to study, they will provide me forever money. No, guys, you can't think like that. Always think, no matter my parents are rich, no matter my husband will be rich, I don't care. I have to be independent. Whatever happens, even whatever difficulties you will get in life, you should be able to be independent. Where, guys, any problems, you can say, I have studied, I have education. Let's say, guys, something happens, you become bankrupt. Still, guys, you have education to save you after God. Okay, you can go and work somewhere and earn for your family. So please make sure, no matter what, give the first priority for your education. Okay, because, guys, the more, if you get knowledge, you can give knowledge to the society, you can be beneficial for the society. It's the best part, guys, in life. If you can benefit others from your knowledge, the knowledge you get, maybe it can be your own child. Okay, don't need to be society, it can be your own child. If you can benefit even your own child, that's the best thing. Just think, guys, if you are not educated and your child has a doubt, or if you want to teach your child, you can't do that, right? Because you are not educated. Your child even will look down on you. They will tell, my mother don't know, she's not educated. My father don't know, he's not educated. So you don't want that, right? Okay. So all I'm telling is, guys, be independent. Try to be independent. Do it for yourself, not for anyone else. Achieve your dreams. No matter how much resource you get, don't think that's the end of your life. You still have a lot to go. No matter you fail once, you have another chance. Okay, just don't give up. Don't give up. Okay, the only way you will become a loser is when you start giving up. Okay, no matter how bad the situation is, please don't give up in life. Don't give up. Just take some break, but come back stronger. The next day, come back stronger. Don't think others should motivate you. You should be your own motivator. Okay, the goals which you had when you were small, that should motivate you, guys, to come back stronger. Okay, always say, okay, I wanted to achieve this, I can't die without achieving my goals. Okay, I should make myself happy. How can I die without making myself happy? How can I die without making my parents happy? They should be proud of the child. You get what I'm saying? So for that, you can change you. No one can change you. You only can change you. You only can change your mindset. No matter how much I tell you, I can't change you, guys. You only can change you. If you have the willingness, you can change yourself. Even if you get 3 W's in A levels, still you can become successful if you have a great mindset. After A levels, you regret for what you do and start working hard and trying to change yourself. Okay, all I can say for the last is, please don't give up education. Give your best and leave rest to the God. Okay, take care. Study well, guys. I hope if I have done anything wrong, please forgive me, especially for my students. I just want to tell, and thank you for always being there with me. I'm really happy to have you all as my students. I'm really happy to have you all as my students. Inshallah, after A levels, let's meet up. Okay, let's meet up for sure. Guys, take care. Yeah, I can't read your messages. There are so many messages coming. I hope I can sit and read them. Okay, so yeah, so take care, guys. Study well. Bye bye. There is 5 minutes more for 12 o'clock for it to become an illegal class. I'm joking. Okay, guys, bye. Okay, don't worry, Ruwa. Are you here, Ruwa? Wait, I'll switch on.